western bay, and it serves 100 ships a day. Lonely sailors pass the time away and talk about their home.
Last night I went to Walmart and I bought these energy pills, and I took one, and I basically was tripping balls all night. I fell asleep late this morning, got up a little bit later to go to work, and took another one. So I'm on this like speed pill thing, and we're going to deliver pizza. This is our first delivery as a 2-bagger, and we are going to the Days Inn, I'm going to say hotel. And I don't know, the next one's a house, but you know, I like delivering to hotels and suites because the tips are usually decent. First delivery of the night, I hear it's kind of slow, so I don't know what to expect. It's a Sunday, and this place used to be called the Rock Falls something Inn, or Rock Falls Hotel. Now it's the Days Inn. So I've been here a lot, and like I said, overall they're usually decent, and they're quick in and out. Except they're always the very last room. Like you walk in, the guy's room will be like the very last unit, way down at the end, probably on the second floor. It's just the way it always works out. Okay, that was as I expected. The room was the last. Well, okay. The room that it said it was is the last room in the hotel on the top floor. So you have to walk as far as you can possibly walk. Like if you take another step, you'd fall out a window. So I'm banging on the door, nothing. Finally, I walk back down there, and I'm like, look, here's the deal. And I told her, and she's like, oh, we don't have anybody in that room. Okay. So I say, okay, here's the last name. And she's like, oh, that's like, and it's one room less. But you don't go where I went to go to that room. You actually go upstairs through the swimming pool balcony area, and then there's like these rooms that have sliding doors onto this. Anyway, it was like made no sense, and there was people there waiting for their pizza, and I don't know what I got as far as like a tip and stuff, but the dude handed me a fat stack of bills. I didn't even count it, but it looked pretty hefty, and like good things were in store. So I'll count that when I get back. I got another delivery to make. All right, I am tripping balls on basically speed and Michael Jackson. So, and we have a delivery to make. We're here. Let's do this. Okay, you're probably going to hear the phrase tripping balls a lot on this video. Just a hunch. That went well. That was at least $4 tip. I'm interested to see what I ended up with on those two, because like I said, that first guy, he handed me like a mafia stack. It was a huge stack of cash. He might have been a high roller, just rolling through town. So we'll see. Yeah, boy, am I really speeding right now. To shed the coat, man, it is getting a little bit muggy out. I'm also having a really bad hair day. I don't know if you can see it. It's just not a good hair day so far. But, you know, I've got the stocking cap, so that really, it's a wonderful invention, the stocking cap. I saw this guy earlier. He's dressed entirely in red with red pants and a red shirt, but not only that, his phone is red. I found that interesting. Well, the deliveries are trickling in really slow. This is delivery number 5, going quite a ways out by the river. Yeah, those, I highly recommend getting those energy pills at Walmart. I think it was $60 for $19 or something like that. It's a good investment, because I want nothing to do with food, and I'm having a good time. I just powered through a mountain of dishes. It was literally, they were almost spilling onto the floor, and I barely remember it. I just know that I'm done, and it only took me, it wasn't very long. And then I did like all my cleaning jobs. So, I mean, I closed tonight, so I have to do that, but my assigned cleaning job is already done. Dishes, the guy came in to do the dishes, there were none. Extremely efficient employee at the moment. I just wish I had more deliveries to take. Okay, that actually went quicker than I thought it would. I drove all the way out here, and it was just like boom. And $3, take it. It was a relatively painless transaction. We really need the deliveries to pick up, because like I don't think there was any in the queue, or maybe one. Yeah, there was one or two when I left. But there's like 3 drivers right now. And I have tonight, and then I have 2 morning shifts, which aren't shit, and then I have next Friday, and that's it. So I need to make some money. People need to order pizza, like a lot of you. It's weird because I have like tripping balls. I want nothing to do with food. It sounds disgusting. I haven't eaten in like a day and a half or 2 days, and here I'm taking people food, and it's like smells gross, and the thought of it's gross. But I really need more of you to order some. For $20, you get 60 pills, and I'm pretty sure the instructions say, hello, 3 pills a day. Now, there's no way in hell that you could do that unless you just basically wanted to die or not sleep for several weeks, because 1 pill works wonders. 3 pills a day? Are you kidding me? I might try it though. Wow, so much has gone on while you were gone. Where were you, by the way? The delivery I'm on now is 11. It hasn't really picked up all that much, but it's kind of slowly steady. Kind of trying to think of any really interesting. I've been talking to my buddy on the phone between driving, and her and I have been having a good time because coincidentally, she's tripping balls on a drink that she drank, which was called like apple balls or something. I can't remember. Sugar balls? No, I don't know. But it's like some apple drink that got her like spacing. So we're both tweaking at the same time on perfectly legal substances. And so the conversations have been very enjoyable. And I'm sure we'll be the first of many. And time to deliver. Okay, that guy had forgotten that he ordered pizza. We're not very busy, so I'm guessing he didn't order it very long ago, and I got it to him pretty quickly. But he had forgot he ordered pizza. So he was pleasantly surprised that there was pizza at his door. So, you know, okay. All right, we're at another hospital delivery. I don't like hospitals, as you know, and I think I have to go to... I don't think it's just like a front desk thing at the ER. I think I have to go deep into the bowels of the hospital, and this is not going to be enjoyable for me. I'll be back in a few. Well, that was one of those typical clusterfucks where nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. The guy who was getting the pizza told... Shit, I went the wrong way. Told them that basically to meet him at the main entrance, which is right there. Everybody else told me to go to the ER, which is all the way back around where we just left. By the time they got all their shit squared away, I had to walk basically all the way through the hospital, take an elevator up to the 2nd floor, walk around till I found him, and then he's like, I thought you were supposed to be on the thing, and I was like, I thought you were supposed to be on the other thing, and we had a good chuckle, and then did our transaction, and I do not like hospitals anymore now than I did half an hour ago. Anyway, that took way too long, and I'm really hoping that I have at least one more delivery queued up that I can grab on the way back. That was at least 10 minutes longer than it should have been. Alright, it's like really kind of muggy already today, and it's only 10:50 in the morning. It gets like that here in the summertime, but this is kind of early for it to start. It's a Monday day, so my shift is going to be mostly about cleaning and running errands. I had tried to get a hair tie from a coworker yesterday, and like none of the girls carried hair ties, which is like, what? I thought girls carried all that stuff. But today, I don't know if you can see, brought my own hair tie. I'm dialed in. So I'm taking those energy pills, or whatever the hell they are, street legal Coke, and I've already done all my cleaning chores this morning. It's 10:50. I started at 10:15. Did all the dishes from this morning. Literally, there's nothing left for me to do. Parking lot's done. Cleaned everything. It was like crazy. I just have all this energy, which is what the pills are for. So at least I got what I paid for. Right now I'm going to the store to buy lettuce because we don't apparently, I don't know. They just send me out to get weird stuff all the time. Really, now is like rush hour, 10 o'clock in the morning on a Monday in a town of like 9. There's a rush hour apparently. So I get the honor of going to Iowa later today. It's probably about a half-hour drive each way, and I'm going to pick up like stuff we've run out of from it. Last time I went to 2 Pizza Hut stores. I don't know if I'm going to go to 1 or 2, but I basically go and I pick up like certain types of boxes and other stuff that we don't have any more of. Our Pizza Hut here is actually one of the more, I don't know, active, even of the larger cities. I mean, the people here go through a ridiculous amount of pizza, and we run out of stuff all the time, whereas in the other stores are like, yeah, we got plenty of it. So you get to go to Iowa with me, and it's not exciting. I know you think it probably is, but it's not. The only thing that's going to be semi-exciting for you is you're going to get to see the Mississippi, because you have to go over it to get into Iowa. If you've seen the Mississippi before, there's really nothing to look forward to. That car that like tried to backdoor and take my parking spot, I actually backed up to let him have it, and then he backed into a handicap spot, and that space actually went unoccupied. So that was interesting. There was a woman, actually she came from that car, but she ended up ahead of me in line, and she had like I guess what I'd call meth butt, like no butt at all, just like 2 really skinny legs that go right into a body, and it's just like really disturbing. It's almost like a stick figure with no butt. I don't know how that like at what point does your butt basically just vanish? I mean, not like it's a small butt, like there was no butt. It was just like legs into a torso. Very disturbing. Okay, first delivery of the morning. My dad retired on Friday, and today is Monday, and I'm literally already, like, he's driving me insane. I've seen him maybe 20 minutes during that time frame, and already he's literally driven me to the point of insanity. My mother is probably going to commit suicide at some point, because it's just, I don't see how this is going to work out. I think the only thing that kept them together all this time was basically him working, so this ought to be interesting. Alright, so I'm going minus GPS, trying not to hurt Felix's feelings, but kind of just feeling it today. Gonna go freestyle and make an adventure of it. Since I gotta go to Iowa later, I might as well have fun while I'm here, because that's a whole lot of nothing to look at, so I brought music. This first delivery is going to be a house/apartment up here. Not expecting any amazing tip, but it's a short one, so there's already at least one other delivery up. I think it's to the hospital clinic, not the hospital itself, but like an out clinic that is actually in this town, and the hospital is in the other town. That one will probably be a somewhat better tip, so let's knock this one out first. Should be like right here. Okay, second delivery is huge. And not only do I get to go to the hospital, I was wrong, it is the hospital, but not just the hospital, it's the oncology department. So, I get to deliver food to the cancer ward, or cancer clinic, or whatever. Anyway, it's going to be weird, because it's like, hi cancer clinic, here's the food that like some of you probably can't even eat. Hope it doesn't bother you to smell it. It just seems, but I don't know. It's just, I don't like hospitals anyway, and this is just going to be all kinds of depressing. Okay, super depressing to set up their pizza and their plates and their forks and napkins and everything in the cancer ward thing. Not the way I would suggest most people start their day if you're looking for a warm, fuzzy feeling. And I have a lot of respect for the people that work there, because that can't be easy. Double linking on the tip, so that's very nice. It's $13 and 2 deliveries. So we've been getting like thunderstorms at night with electrical storms, and then in the daytime it warms up. What are you doing? What? Seriously, what? Why is everybody pulled over? I don't understand why, and everybody's lights are blinking. Okay, I'm super confused. Everybody coming this way on the other side has their lights blinking, and everybody on this side pulled over. I am very confused. Is this some sort of local tradition I don't know about, or did somebody just die? Because not everybody has their lights blinking, but most of them do. And everybody here pulled over. There's no sirens. What the hell is going on? If I was just a... None of this is making any sense. Now, why are they going now? There was never any sort of signal. No special vehicle drove by. Everybody just... Wow, what time is it? What day is it? This is not how to fuck with somebody who's like speeding on like energy pills. This is not cool, people. I don't know what that was. You all witnessed it, right? What the fuck? It's not like there was even a sound. Like, everybody pulled over at the same time. Everybody coming the other way had their hazards going. And then everybody on this side just took off again at the same time. Like it was like synchronized swimming. Like everybody knew like what was going on but me. And there was a hidden signal that I obviously didn't hear that signified, okay, go now. That was seriously some weird shit. And I'm starting to be a little concerned about what I just experienced. Okay, Mario, my manager at work, has lived here as far as I know his entire life. I am going to ask him under what circumstances something like that would occur, because I can't wrap my brain around it, and this is really going to bother me basically forever. So I got to find out what's going on. I have absolutely no idea what I was talking about before that happened. Son of a bitch. I'm going to have to go back and review everything right up to the point where the weirdness started. Okay, there was Cancer Clinic, and then there was double Lincoln. Then I get a quadruple Lincoln for driving to Iowa and back. Nothing's ringing a bell. That really threw me off. My game is just shot now, as well as my confidence. I gotta find out what that was. They do something similar in Portland, except it's for funeral processions, and like every car in the procession has a placard on their dashboard or whatever, and it says funeral in big letters, and then there's like hearses and police, and it's really obvious that there's like a funeral procession coming down the street. That was just like everybody turned on their hazards at once, and that was like some sort of signal to everyone else going the other way. That was a nice bike. Okay, some updates since we last spoke. Not going to Iowa because Josh went while I was on that last delivery to the hospital. Probably because I was pulled over for no apparent reason on the side of the road watching other cars drive by. That's probably when they made the decision to go ahead and send Josh. So, I mean, I don't get the $20 for doing that, but I also don't have to drive an hour round trip and go into Iowa and bring a bunch of heavy boxes back. So it's kind of like a win-win. Well, it's double-edged sword because I'll be here taking deliveries, but as long as I make enough to cover the $20 I would have made just for the drive, but then you got to figure I would have wasted a lot of gas. So actually, I'm going to come out ahead this way. I talked to Mario and another guy who are from around here, lived here forever, and nobody knows what I witnessed. It's some sort of an anomaly. They're like, well, is it like a funeral? Is like, was there signs and like cars and like a hearse? And I'm like, no, it didn't miss it. It lacked all those essentials that most funeral processions have, namely like a body and police and lights and signs. It was just a bunch of cars with their blinkers on, and they're like, I don't know what you experienced, and so I don't either. I think what I was talking about before all that weirdness started was the temperature. It's been thunderstorms at night with lightning, and then so it's wet, and then in the daytime it heats up a little, and then I don't know if you've ever been in the Midwest, but there's this thing here called humidity, and it's ridiculous. Oh, really, guy? You're a dick. Are you new here? Really? You're driving a big plow truck and you don't know the... It's really... Humidity here is like ridiculous, and it's only April, and it's like sticky and muggy now because it's of all the moisture at night, and then it warms up in the daytime. So it's like really difficult to like wear the right clothing because like you have to wear a hat when you deliver. It's just like stupid, but you do. So our choices are basically stocking cap, baseball cap, or visor. And I will never in my life wear a visor. That's just something that will never happen under any circumstances. I like the stocking cap, but in muggy weather, it does not go over well. My baseball cap is actually in the garage. I haven't worn that in ages. Hold on. Apparently there's a delivery right here. Okay, I barely know where I was at because that delivery actually snuck up on me. I didn't expect it. I was just driving and all of a sudden Phyllis was like, dude, right there. It's like a really pretty girl, but what's up with some people just have this like black cloud around them? It's like, would it kill you to just like grin or act like you fucking care at all? I mean, holy shit. Like, enough with the downers. You know, when I first got here, it seemed like people here are much happier and just, you know, polite and kinder than I'm used to in Portland. People in Portland just really ignore you. I mean, you could like basically be 6 inches from somebody and then you're not even there as far as they don't register or acknowledge you in any way. It's just a very cold environment, very rude, very standoffish. And here everybody's like, hey, you know, like waving and, you know, what happened to where's Phyllis? Oh, God. What the fuck? Are you serious? What street is this? Okay, we recovered somehow. That was weird. It was like a power outage on Phyllis, and then I got it back up, and it just continued like she'd never missed a beat. Like she's acting all coy. But, yeah, so people here when I first got here was like, wow, they're really like friendly and outgoing, and they are for the most part, but you still will run into the ones that are just like, I don't know. It's like you're getting a pizza delivered to your door. If nothing else, you should be excited about that. I mean, you don't even have to move. Like, you just have to open your door and like food. It's like, how great is that? If you were in fucking Pakistan, I don't think this would be going on right now. You'd be eating rice and you'd be happy about it. Alright, this delivery is a business. Will be delivery number 4. How long I deliver today will depend on when Josh gets back from Iowa. So I should have a little time left as long as some orders come in. This is a business order, but it's not going to be anything to write home about because it's just basically someone having lunch, 2 Pizzones and a 2-liter root beer. So I'm not expecting great things, but we're close, so we'll just knock this out and get back and see what else we have. Okay, headed out on deliveries number 5 and 6. Sounds like Josh isn't even in Iowa yet because they, I guess, have like 1 lane blocked or something, and so it's taking him forever. I can tell by the address on this that we are going to the street that doesn't exist. It's the one that the Google and GPS and stuff doesn't know about, but we know about it. And it's either the strange housing building that I don't still know if it's for old people or sick people or poor people or like disabled. I don't know what it's for, but it's like this weird building that I think you have to be like buzzed in, and everybody I've asked says they think it's like an old person home, but everyone who I've ever taken a pizza to there is like in their 20s or 30s. So something's really odd there. And it doesn't exist. The entire street like doesn't exist on all maps and everything. It just shows like it's a field. So that's where we're going first. I don't know if it's that or there's also some houses on that same little street there. So it's either somebody's house or it's that place. And then from there, looks like we go somewhere very close to that, some lady's house. So we got 2. Let's go see how exciting those can be for us. Yeah, so after the first, then we're going to go, it looks like it's really close to the same spot. And until Josh gets back, I think I'm just going to keep delivering. So I'm kind of lucked out with the whole not having to go to Iowa thing, because I think in the long run I'm going to make more money and not have to spend any gas money in the process. We've got some rather ominous looking clouds coming too, so this might not be the best day for an extended road trip to another state. So this store here is a bakery outlet. Like they have like Hostess, well, formerly Hostess. They have like hot dog buns and bread and bagels and stuff like that. It's like Hostess and Franz, or I don't know what other brands, Sunbeam, I guess. And this is like really cheap. Well, like at the same time that Hostess went tits up, that place closed. And they had like a, 50% off. It was like a big, like, we're out. And then Hostess was gone, and there was a Hostess outlet down the street, and it closed at the same time because Hostess no longer existed. That place closed at the same time, and then like one day I drive by and it's just open again. Same name, it's in business again. It was like some bread miracle. I don't know what happened and why this place that basically went out of business suddenly was open again. But they had really good deals before, and they had those those Hostess pies. Well, the only reason I liked Hostess pie things is because they had the blackberry ones. And like Little Debbie makes them too, but I've never seen blackberry. They make gross ones like apple and like chocolate pudding pies, which are, that to me, that's something you throw at somebody. That's not something you eat. So I got to go back there and see if they have any of those berry pies, because if they still have the berry pies, I am all on that. Okay, 11:04. So it's going to be on our left side. It might be a house. It might be one of these houses. 8, 10, 8. Yep, it's right here. Well. So that's the assisted living, the mystery building that the Google doesn't even know about. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so Courtney there paid with a 50, which she failed to notify us of. She said she thought she had a 20, but didn't. So a 50, and her order was like $11. So I basically gave her every damn dollar I had on me, and she's like, that's good enough, and gave me the 50. And so I ended up with about just under a $6 tip. So it worked out great in the end. Now we're going to another location. It's like another woman, but it says it's an assisted living facility on this street. And that one, I see. This one I'm going to need to ask Phyllis about, because it's not on this stretch here, which means it's either behind me or in front of me somewhere with a field separating us. So wait as I ask Phyllis for her assistance. Okay, I just checked it. It's actually in the other city, Sterling, the one that's across the bridge. I've been to this place before. It is an assisted living, or what I like to call an old folks home. It does smell. I don't like the old folks home smell. It really goes right to the back of my throat, and I may throw up. I don't know if this, my only hope is that this is an employee order, and I don't think that the old people that are like breathing their last breath and they're on oxygen, I don't think they're ordering pizzas. My guess is that this is probably an employee, which would be like I said, my only saving grace as far as anything that resembles a tip. So it's a little bit of a drive. We got to go all the way through this town, over the bridge, and then it's the north end of Sterling. So I will let you rest while I do that. Somehow Phyllis modified how she says Lefevre now. It was last week. It was like Lefevre, and now it's Lefevre. I'm really confused. There's a lot of strange things going on, not just today, but recently. Your GPS can't change how it says shit, and I don't know why all the cars would suddenly pull over for no apparent reason and let a bunch of other cars with their hazards on go by. It was so, I don't know. It's time for me to get out of here. Like Portland's any better. That city is all kinds of fucked up. This ought to be interesting. Yeah, she's full on saying Lefevre now. I don't know what that's all about. A little about Portland. I've lived there for a long time, and I've gotten to the point where I really can't stand it. It's so just pretentious and fake anymore. And the thing is that they believe that they're like super original. Portland basically steals shit from other places and then tries to pass it off as their own. Like their big claim to fame is their Keep Portland Weird. You know, they fucking have shirts and there's bumper stickers. And that stupid show Portlandia, it's like they show a clip of the building that says Keep Portland Weird on it. And Portland stole that saying from Austin, Texas, but will never admit it because they think it's theirs and it's not. The other thing that show Portlandia, people in Portland like love that show. It's like, woo, we have a show about it. And basically what they, I don't know, somehow they don't realize that show is making fun of like all the idiots that live there and basically saying the rest of the country sees you as complete retards. And it's like they either don't understand that or they embrace it. Like, yay, we're retarded. It's literally, that show is pretty spot on as far, I mean, I don't like the show and I don't watch it because it was just kind of stupid, but they've got like the Portland like stereotypes in that show, or they've got them down like spot on. Like put a bird on it. I mean, literally that's something that would catch on huge, and everybody would think was like the greatest thing ever is to put a bird on shit, and then it would just suddenly would stop one day and nobody'd ever talk about it again because there'd be something else that was like super awesome. Okay, so this is the old folks home that I've been to many times. Usually when I come here, it's to this other Jabba the Hutt dude that it isn't very old, but he's morbidly obese, and he basically sits in the back room in this thing. Like, this is a nursing and rehabilitation center, which to me is like old people. This guy's not that old. He looks like he's probably in his late 20s and just milking it. I don't know. He basically has just gotten himself where he's so huge that he just like lays there and watches TV, and then occasionally orders the pizza, but not once has he ever tipped me. He'll like laugh and cut jokes, and then he'll just like look you right in the eye. I mean, he does exactly what the security guard at the hospital does. He'll look you right in the eye and laugh and chuckle, and zero, nothing, not a dime. But this is not him. I think this is an employee, so there's still hope. But it's gonna stink. That place stinks the second you walk in. I wish I could take you in and like share the odor. It's literally like Indian food and diapers, and like it's horrible. All right, pretty young girl, nice. $3 tip, But the best part is that she was basically waiting for me at the front door. So I had to go in like 2 glass doors. And by the way, there is no circumstances where you should ever have to go into any sort of medical facility of any sort and touch shit, okay? I had to go through 2 doors to get in. I had to physically touch each handle with my hands and push a button. Okay, that should be all like automated. It should just be like wave your hand or like, I don't know, a sensor. I should never have to touch anything in a place like that. Okay, I just went off and did the, I keep hand sanitizer in my car, but that's not the same as washing. To me, it sort of just smears the germs around. So basically I can't touch anything till I get back, and then I gotta go straight to the sink. Never make somebody touch shit in a place like that. I mean, that's just awful. But anyway, she was like right up by the front door. The smell, I didn't have to go deep into the bowels of the stink. But I did give her pizza, excuse me, and then she had something else in there. What was it? Shit. Oh, like an order pizza rolls. So it was extra. So I didn't realize they were in there because they were kind of light. And I got back out of the car and I was like, wait a minute, the bag still feels like it's got girth. So I went back in and I gave her the extra thing. So I actually had to go in there twice, which is not cool. And for $3 tip, yeah, 2 trips in there, no. It seems like Josh is stuck in Iowa, or getting back or getting there, I don't know. But we should be able to rack up a few more tips before I go home. You know, the sky really looks like it just wants to totally open up and shit on us. I almost screwed the proverbial pooch. We have a guy that called in and said he can't work today, and they were asking me, and I was sort of like, well, you know, I'm on this fucking pill, whatever this shit is. I go, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, like, make it. I'm going to hit a crash point. As, like, you know, if it's really, really important, you know, or you're really stuck, maybe you can call me later tonight and I'll see. And they called a couple people and they can't do it. And I was just about to the point to say, you know what, I'll do my best. I'll try not to, like, crash and die or kill anybody. fall asleep while driving. And it just dawned on me. My parents, like the last thing my mom said to me when I walked out of the door today was, they're going to Chicago tonight. And like, she's like, we need the car. We got to be in Dixon by like 4 or blah, 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 whatever. And I almost just committed to like working all till close tonight, till 10 on a night when my mother made it clear the last thing. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be home by then. What do you think, I'm gonna like tool around town wearing a Pizza Hut shirt after I'm off work? I'm like, I'm always home by then. And I almost just volunteered to stay till 10 o'clock tonight, which would not have gone over well. I'm not sure how I remembered that. So this is delivery number 7. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I'm pretty sure this might be my last one for the day. 7 deliveries on a weekday morning, like a Monday morning, that is pretty good. Like, Levi was always complaining on his day shift because he usually gets anywhere from 0 to 1 deliveries on his day shift. So 7 deliveries is good. Rain is starting to come down. Okay, so today we are done. I don't come back until Thursday morning, then Friday night, and then done, and I leave for Portland Saturday. So ended up with $35. That's 7 Lincolns. That's good for Monday morning. I'm proud of not only myself, because we know what I'm capable of, but I'm proud of the people of this community for stepping up, giving me the sort of tips I deserve in the $3 to $6 range. Appreciate your appreciation of me. So it's a double appreciation. It's symbiotic. It's a beautiful relationship, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it's gonna be a little awkward when I leave. More for them than me, though. But I think in the end they'll get over it. They'll never replace me, but they'll just adjust. So my parents, like I said, they're going to, I think, Chicago tonight, and they're supposed to be, I think there's something like they're supposed to be in Dixon by 4, or leave here by 4 or something. Anyway, that 4 was involved, and then Chicago was involved, and I think Dixon was in there too. My dad is, I can almost guarantee you, it is 1:45. He's already panicking. He's probably asked my mother 7 times already what time I get off work, when I'll be home. Is she sure I'll be home in time? Do you think maybe she should call me to verify? He's a mess. I'm surprised he's gotten as far as he has. To watch him try and function on his own is quite scary. I'm not. He's one of those people that had he not gotten married, I don't think he would have made it this far. He literally needs assistance in every aspect and is just winging it when he's on his own. My brother has the same tendencies. He is also just absolutely dependent upon basically a woman to do everything for him. That's why I'm like the black sheep. I don't fit in at all. Like, I don't need anyone. I do my own thing. Like I said, everybody is going. My parents are going back to Portland to be near my brother and his family, and I am leaving for New Mexico. So I always do like the exact opposite of what everyone else is doing, and it's not like I'm planning it. It's just that I'm supposed to go to New Mexico. I've done my thing in Portland. They're going back there. It's like, look, I've done my Portland thing. I'm done with it. Okay. Just because you're all moving there doesn't mean I'm going to be miserable there any longer. I've got things to do and places to go, and I lived in Arizona for 2 years, and I love the desert, so I'm going back to the desert. And I'm going to get a pet tarantula, name him Agent Jack Bauer, and we're going to be happy.
There's a port on a western bay, and it serves 100 ships a day. Lonely sailors pass the time away.